Hey guys, it's Michelle Madison here, and I'm back with another Tablescape pop-up at Homegoods, and this time it's just in time for Friendsgiving. Yes, you saw my other video, we talked about Thanksgiving, but we gotta talk about our non-blood family, our friends. So stay tuned. I'll be flipping over the camera so you guys can see what I've been working on. Alright guys, so this is my full tablescape if you are hosting for Friendsgiving. Okay, let me fix this card. Sorry, I've had some people coming by. I guess they kind of like what I was doing, y'all. Okay, of course, on camera with one hand, I have to maneuver this. Okay, we're gonna do this. Alright, so this tablescape is if you're hosting for Friendsgiving. I've always wanted to do one. I know especially for those of us who travel a lot and sometimes we're not home for the holidays, or we have friends who have relocated, I should say, and they're not able to go home for Thanksgiving. We could have a get together because you know what? When you're not with your family for the holidays, there's a little thing called misery loves company. And if we're going to be miserable, we're going to be fabulous and miserable together. Okay, well, not totally miserable because it's pretty. So I've always wanted to work with Shannare. I believe that's how you pronounce it, which is this print here. I actually saw this dinner plate when I walked in and I was like, oh yeah, this is going down. I love it. I'm going to do that. I didn't do chargers. If you saw my other video, I was talking about making sense of things. Of course, charger is very formal. And again, I'm working with whatever space I find when I'm in Homegoods. And thankfully, I found a table that went well with the color palette. And this is the best, I thought. And honestly, with this much texture pattern, I felt like it just did its job on its own. And I really didn't need a charger, even if I had the option to do so. I think it's overkill. Speaking of overkill, I know you guys see these blinged out stemware, right? Okay, I did not purposefully plan to do blinged out stemware because I know it's uber girly and I somehow get drawn to it like a moth, like a fly every time. But the reason why I did the blinged out stemware was because of these cards. So going back to the point for Friendsgiving, I wanted guests. As I've always said, I love to make people feel welcome and special and all the warm fuzzy feelings that we get. So for me, if I was hosting Friendsgiving, I would love to have a card on everyone's seating, explain to them just a little couple words or so, or sentences if you're like all Shakespeare-y. Just saying why I'm thankful to know them, I'm thankful for our friendship, and just being thankful as we're in the season where we need to reflect on these things. Small little things, you know, to me mean a lot. So I felt like the sparklies in the card tied back to the stemware. Now this was the best I could find that was, in my opinion, that was a little neutral, so not too Christmassy. Doesn't say anything about Christmas. Yes, it's trees, but for most places, you know, it is actually fall where you see, you know, pine trees and all that great stuff, which goes into my centerpieces. So I, of course, always say I absolutely love pops of color. I just can't not do it. It's like breathing air for me. So, and of course I wanted to do something non-traditional. So I saw some lavender pumpkins and I was like, oh yeah, babes, you's coming with me. You're about to be a part of my tablescape. So thankfully I was able to find 3. I found it a matte one, a sparkly shimmer one, and then a fabric velvety one that was textured. Love. Look how it pops against the other lavenders and even the white, the gold. I think this is black or gray, or it's a dark gray, but I just love the way it pops together. And I've been getting some people stopping by like, ooh, who did this? This is so cute. And I was like, me. So, yeah. So I'm thinking this tablescape seems to be a hit. And I traditionally don't have food items on my table. I don't know. It's just a thing for me. It's like, you know, you have those dating faux pas and then sometimes you break it. This is one of those situations for me. I'm usually not big on having edible items that are opened on a table, but given that it is within the season, of where we're just eating and not watching waistlines, I'm like, let's just do it. Plus, it ties back into the Shinari print of our dessert slash salad plates. So it all ties back and works together. And I centered it because it anchors the entire presentation. You have your colors flanking it. I'm big on symmetry and mirroring. You don't always have to do this, but as you could see, because I have a smaller pumpkin here and I have a candle holder on the other side because I couldn't find the exact, which is cool because I like the shabby chic. I like the mixing up the tones and textures situation. So like I said, it's like one of those dating faux pas. You have your rules, but then you kind of break it. Let me see if we could go in. Okay, that went a little closer in. We're gonna go back into a wide shot. Okay, so I used the white and silver pumpkin actually to eat up space for this presentation. Had this been at home or something, we would have our flatware either here or wherever you want it. But given that the Shinari print is such a great, it's just visually awesome, I wouldn't cover it with anything. But I did want to give you guys the option in case you weren't so, you know, like me, where like all those little things you're like drive yourself crazy about. So you have a presentation with the card on top of the salad or dessert plate, depending on what you're going to use it for, or you could actually have put it here. Either way would have been fine, I think. I also wanted to go back to the stemware, so I found these lavender wine glasses with the gold rim, which I thought was awesome, and it tied back into I blinged out one, so it was great contrasting colors. I'm so surprised I even found this color this time of year. I was expecting to get like a deeper purple, like your violets, you know, just those deeper tones. So to find like lavender and lilac was awesome. I hope I could have these options come March because I'm working on a party, and lavender, lilac, amethyst are my color palettes. So yeah, or maybe that's why I'm even drawn to this color right now. I have no idea. I found these mini candles. Look at this. Woodwick makes this lavender and vanilla candle. So I couldn't find another one, but if you're hosting, you know, you could go ahead and light that up so that when your guests sit down, not only are their eyes tantalized, you know, all the senses, their noses are also tantalized by some nice smelling stuff outside of the food that you have coming. And speaking of food, if you're doing Friendsgiving, here's my thing. Make it a potluck, right? Make a list of items, or you could also, you know, solicit some ideas from your friends and ask them, hey, what are some items that you would like for us to have? And make a list, especially if it's anything like, you know, that's generic, or if there are any kind of, you know, specifics, like cultural specifics, list that maybe they could do it and show off their culinary skills. Okay. But yeah, make a list. As the host, I would say it's probably a good idea to do the turkey. You don't have to, but probably so. So that way you have that major dish accomplished. Or if you're really good at something else, no judgment, do it, you know, do what makes you happy. But I would say at least do a turkey and or ham as the host, and then have everyone else bring a dish. Also, do BYOB, bring your own beer, or in my case I would just say liquor. It also helps with cutting down on costs, especially if you are investing in the decor and everything else. Have your guests bring some of that stuff, and don't be ashamed to ask, you know. Any little thing, whether it's napkins for $1, whatever they could bring, you know, go ahead and make a list and don't feel any way about it. Now, so speaking of drinks and edible stuff, not edibles like, you know, but hey, well, it is legal in some places. I ain't mad at y'all. So this is what I would put. Like, you could always find these macaroons here at Homegoods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. If you don't find it in the food section, go ahead and scavenge the registers like I always do. I know people are thinking I'm cutting the line, but I'm like, oh no, I'm just looking for something. So they have this passion fruit flavor. There's also a raspberry, but it's not as it wasn't in line with my color palette, we'll just say. So you could have something sweet like that, you know, ready to go for guests when they come and they have a seat. But what I was saying is, we're gonna look at my cart now. Oh, and if you really want to get fancy, here's some napkin rings. They had this one. This was tonal with all of our metal tones. I felt like it was overkill, but hey, I know some people are like, oh, Liberace, do what you do, boo-boo. So, okay, let's look at this first. So this will be fun. I probably should do another video at home about food and stuff. So they have this Prosecco bar thingy, and I think this will be fun. If you have a bar cart at home or know someone that has one, just have them bring it and you could do this. These are different flavors from strawberry, grapefruit, raspberry, peach, orange, and pomegranate. Ooh, I like the pomegranate. So you could set that up, have a cute little display. If you look back at my video for, I think, Labor Day, I did a bar cart, and also Valentine's Day. You could take a look at those old videos and see what my suggestions are. So that's that. Drinks are always a good idea. And then I found this Skinny Girl 12 days of coffee. So this would be nice with your hot chocolate, or actually your coffee, especially in my colder climate areas. This is one of the things that I will be doing at my fire pit in LA if I had this with some liquor. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have it with some liquor. They have peppermint bark, there's salted caramel, white chocolate latte. Where is, oh my gosh, I don't see pumpkin spice. What? Y'all tripping, you're gonna have the pumpkin spice. And then y'all, look at what I just discovered. I don't know if anyone else knew about this. So my boo-boo, David Tutera, hey, I love him so much. So blessed I got a chance to meet him and interview him. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in because it's David Tutera. Yeah, I was starstruck, and I have interviewed so many people, but for some reason I was starstruck with David Tutera. He even planned out like my whole wedding in my head, and I gave him the idea and he went ahead and just said it. So in any event, so these are 3-count platters and they're disposable. So isn't this cool? Personally, I would wash them and reuse them because I'm like that. But they're huge. You could go ahead and put like the turkey or the ham in this, or any kind of fruit platter, cheese platter, whatever you like, boo-boo. And if you don't want to do the formal, china, there's actually also, you guys have probably seen this because we see these all over. These really nice dinner plates, and it actually goes back to those platters. So they have the square, which I absolutely love, and they also have it in the, I'm sorry y'all, I have to look through my cart. These are the things that didn't make it on the table, but I wanted to show you guys. So they also have the dinner / salad plates, and they're all disposable, but again, I will reuse them because it's good for the environment, and why not? And I also did find actual Friendsgiving stuff. Super cute. So they have these Friendsgiving plates, but these are like salad dessert plates, so you probably need a dinner plate, or if you want to put them at your bar. And these cute napkins that will read eat, drink, eat again. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what Friendsgiving is all about. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Friendsgiving Tablescape pop-up inspo here at Homegoods. Let's take a last walk through. I know it's all Z Gallery looking, right? I promise you guys, I do not try to do this, but again, I'm designing on the whim, and I'm putting together whatever I find that's cohesive and makes sense. So I just hope you guys love it like I do. We're gonna take a closer look. Let's do this. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Now I'm actually hungry. I think I have talked myself into being hungry with turkey and ham and stuff. So let me guys know what you guys think if you're hosting for Thanksgiving and or Friendsgiving. What suggestions you have, tips. What are you guys cooking? Let me know if you guys want me to post another video about some stuff. I'm thinking about doing like an office potluck video. So let me know if it's something you guys will be interested in. But bye-bye for now.